Hold on, baby gangsta!
Good morning! Is work going well today, Master Diviner? I am extremely busy of late. If you have something to ask of me, do not delay.
We know that she's taking a lot of responsibilities. Whatever March asks you is going to be super important. It's more important than anything on the Xian show. I'm just telling you. It's okay. It's okay. If you need me to ask, I'll ask as well.
You were about to say something along the lines of, how did you know I wanted to ask something? But then you remembered who you were talking to and decided not to bother, correct?
You really do live up to your title. Well, the look on her face says it all, doesn't it? We'll say this here.
Of course. I run a dozen hexagrams before I even get around to breakfast. The results are never far wrong. Today's divinations threw up some unexpected complications. The hexagrammatic position was facilitating between the water and heaven trigrams. The matrix of prescience gave the following interpretation. You will have 3 uninvited guests. This is ultimately auspicious.
So do we count as 2 of those uninvited guests?
Ultimately auspicious? Wow, sounds pretty good to me. Seems like we really were destined to meet today then.
It seems so.
You know, I see you've been using the matrix of prescience to divine into Kafka's
Oh, the
past.
sweet voice.
Well, I have a similar request.
Like, I adore Bart 7 so freaking much. And again, like, we're like anything, you know, she's an unbelievably sweet and funny character, but has like a big story and a big backstory and a very deep backstory already, you know? And you could say a lack of a backstory because she doesn't remember, but that's a part of your backstory.
I see. You wish to use the matrix to relive the past and awaken parts of your memory? Viable in principle. But whether the Matrix is truly capable of achieving this result remains to be seen. I knew it. Things are never simple, are they?
Seems so. But with Kafka, not even the omniscient Master Diviner can make it happen.
Who said that? I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was viable in principle. There is a gap of 1,000,000 light years between impossibility and viability.
That makes sense, right? Possibility, viability.
I feel I must explain in detail the principles behind the Divination Commission's ultimate weapon to avoid any misunderstandings. The Matrix of Prescience does not allow one to remember anything. It merely collects data in order to infer past events, in the same way that future events are inferred.
So it's like almost like piecing together a bunch of different factual like memories or stories and then just like infers what they would be like, I guess.
Just as Realm-Keeping Commission officers collect forensic evidence to recreate the scene of a crime, there are materials from which we can infer the past. These may be items related to the experience or memories of the people involved.
Right, okay.
Miss March's predicament is very different from Kafka's situation because she doesn't remember what happened in her past. I am no medical professional, but fortunately I'm very fond of reading. We understand that there are 2 types of memory loss. One where the memories remain dormant, floating around in the unconsciousness unable to be awakened, and another that involves direct erasure of memories from the brain.
Unable to awaken someone erases March's memory. Yeah, I know you guys, I used to be like a little bit self-conscious about rereading stuff again and again, but like you guys have told me that like you prefer to me to like even like have a reread of stuff, and I'm thankful for that. So there's an idea that either her memories are unable to be awakened or that someone did this intentionally.
Who would do such a horrible, mean thing? Why don't we try using the Matrix of Prescience to determine which situation pertains to Miss March?
Oh my god, so we're about to find out if this is just something that can't be awakened or if it was an intentional thing.
Let's begin then by preparing the requisite inference materials. Miss March, your memory is unreliable. To guarantee the Matrix's accuracy, you'll have to provide something related to your past experience. Anything will do.
Do you have something like that that could work?
When you're ready, come and find me in the Matrix core.
I think it's great
The
that she's helping though,
designer said
right?
I need to provide something from my past experiences.
What could that be?
What should it be? How about a Xianzhou souvenir?
So it can be anything. It doesn't have to be like directly from like a gigantic part of your past. It can legitimately be something from your like recent past, I guess. Wait. So we don't have to. I thought we were gonna have to go buy the souvenir for a second. No, we're just literally have to go over here again and talk to her. Maybe we already have a Xianzhou souvenir, possibly.
So, have you acquired something from your past? As a nameless, surely you must have souvenirs from your journeys that could evoke memories. I've got lots. It's just, I don't know what to choose.
March has been on a bigger journey than even we have. Well, I guess like, you know, that we remember. A ticket sub from the Express, your work permit for the space station, Geomar or a cup of Mortal's Delight. Well, I'd choose this one first, right?
Proof that I boarded the Express. The conductor gave me this.
Wow.
Memories from the Astral Express? That should do the trick.
So we're gonna use all of these? Your work permit? March's unapologetic smile is displayed on the permit. The Noblo reads March 7, level researcher. Honestly, like, yeah, she does have an unapologetic smile and an unapologetic vibe, you know, and we love her for it. You vaguely recall the research levels start with 2. The only career path this permit opens is one that leads to the bathroom. Well, you gotta start somewhere, okay? You gotta start somewhere.
Something related to your work. Good.
Level 1 is better because it's like the way S is better than A, you know? S is better than A, B, C, D. Those ranks don't matter. S is the best. As she just won't do. She'll never really work there.
So shiny and pretty.
Oh.
I picked up this little guy in Belobog's underworld.
Oh, the world would be so much a better place if March 7th was a real person. Legitimately. Are you sure it's not radioactive?
How could something so beautiful be unsafe?
I love her so freaking much.
I can understand a young girl's fondness for glittering gemstones.
Yeah, they're beautiful. A cup of Mortal's Delight. Oh my god, it's like a boba, I guess?
One of my fondest memories on the Xianzhou.
Honestly though, like, this is pretty awesome though. I think that's like, to me, like, even though, like, I know people, like, you know, they always, like, make jokes about it now. It's like, oh, an iced coffee, you know, an iced coffee. Like, iced coffees, like, you know, remind me of, like, certain days of summer and stuff like this and things, I guess, like, where you'd be with your friends or something, you know, like, it really, like, it can take you back to some places, right?
No comments. I happen to prefer Star Taro bubble tea.
And the debates about who has the best brand, I guess. That should be enough.
Is that it? Miss March, are you not able to provide possessions from before you lost your memory?
She doesn't. I don't think she remembers anything, right?
Before I lost my memory? So, something I don't remember getting? Even then, I couldn't be sure it was from before I lost my memory, right?
I think that's fair, right? Like it says, she doesn't understand everything that happened back then.
It may be strange to you, but to infer the past, I need materials that were pertinent at that time. Could you try recalling some memories again? From before the memory loss. Before the Express. I'm sorry, Master Diviner. When Himeko found me in the ice, I was stark naked. Like a newborn baby. I didn't have any items with me.
Right. Okay. So like she was like I think maybe they said that before, but I kind of forgot that moment. I guess she was like completely just like bare. Like it's almost like brand new, right? In a way. And maybe symbolically in a way, it's kind of like this thing of like, you know, a rebirth into a new life, I guess.
And before you ask, no, I don't have any of that ice lying around.
Right. Everything March says is golden, though. It really is.
It melted away not long after I was rescued.
And thankfully she was. You sure about that, March? What about your 6-phased ice?
Oh, yeah. You sure are a smart cookie. My 6-phased ice ability must date from before the memory loss. Master Diviner, any ice I create should do.
That's
right?
so using your actual ice powers, but also the fact that I'm not gonna ever apologize for being absolutely the biggest supporter of Don Hung and March 7th, but like It's like the fact that she uses terms like smart cookie, but it's genuine. You know what I mean? It's not like sarcastic.
Oh yeah, you sure are a smart cookie.
You know what I mean? Like that's the sweetest thing in the world.
It should indeed. I'll have someone place the material in the base of the terminal of the Matrix. Miss March, please position yourself in the Matrix core. We may begin our inference whenever you are ready.
Moments later, the apparatus of the Matrix comes to life with clicks and whirs. It is time. Oh my god. This is a big moment, right? Whatever we're gonna find here is gonna be big. Even if like, and it's one of those things as well, if we find nothing, excuse me, excuse me, Jesus Christ. If we find nothing, sorry, I just want to make sure the mic is positioned right. If we find nothing, it's still gonna be a huge moment, right? It's still gonna be one of those things where it's like now we know there's some issue, right? And that's still a reveal. It's the same thing of like, I think if it was playing Raincode, like kind of drilled that into my brain, where it's like, you know, you can have all the information in the world, and that's a big deal, right? Getting information, but sometimes finding out that there's no information in a spot can sometimes be information. You know, it's like the same way I talk about locked doors in games. Sometimes locked doors in games mean a lot more than having just like a fully open door all the time. Look at this gal, look at her. Are you look at this. This is the sweetest sweetheart who ever lived. Okay? You witness to her. You witness the sweetness. Right now. Right now. What do you want us to do? Right now, do it. I don't understand what you witness. Okay, we're witnessing. Good. I have an important job. No, witness. I guess I'm witnessing. Okay. Rushan, you kind of scared me, so I won't ask you to witness.
The Matrix has clear diagnostics. Miss March, are you ready yet? I'm pretty sure I should be.
A little quiver in her voice.
Kinda ready to go.
You got this. You got this.
Please be prepared. Not all memories are suitable for reawakening. People carry with them much pain and suffering. If you're not ready, we can pause the inference process. I would never wish for good intentions to result in harm.
Yeah, and we know you're definitely not aiming to harm anybody.
I'm okay. Let's do it. Only way to find out is to give it a go.
Very, very good attitude.
Very well. I will soon connect you to the Matrix of Prescience Ultima, where the Matrix will read your memories and guide you back into your past. If you reach a block in your memory, the Matrix will use the data gathered to derive a scenario and construct a possible past for you.
I think it's so interesting, the idea of like inferring the past, right? It's like such an interesting thing than just like, instead of just like showing them exactly what happened, you know?
Got it. Oh, can she join me too?
Yes, I can.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
That would be highly inadvisable. You form the nexus of the Matrix's inference. She would only introduce redundant data to the system.
Sorry, March. I'm so sorry.
In other words, inside the memory palace that the Matrix constructs, the only person you'll be able to count on is yourself.
I would never, ever say this. You can do it, March.
Don't worry. I can communicate with you from outside the Matrix and manipulate the recollection process to a certain extent.
For people who listen and like draw or do something else at work while they're listening to this, I would not saying I would never say you can do it, March. There was another option there saying that like I don't have a lot of confidence in March, which I would never say.
Let's begin.
The day I have no confidence in March is the day I give up on life. Wait, whoa.
The Matrix of Prescience has reconstructed your past. Before you is a space generated from the memories and items you provided as raw materials.
That's Stel. That's Tignone, right? That has to be Tignone. The color pattern, the browns and the reds with the white. That's Tignone.
Are you okay, Miss March?
I'm feeling we're playing as March. Oh my god, I'm all good.
I'm good. Everything seems
You got this,
normal.
March. You got this. Look at that smile.
You have a strong constitution. Most individuals feel nauseous after being presented with a dizzying excess of information provided by the Matrix.
It was just like a great attitude and like such a powerful, positive presence in our lives, legitimately.
things. Why are there 2 Fushens here?
Oh my god.
Your eyes are working just fine. One of the Fushens is a projection of me which allows us to communicate with each other at all times. The other Fushuen indicates that I existed during this part of your experience. What experience is this? It looks like the healer's market.
Is this right before? Oh my god, Shin-Young just standing there. Is this right before they went down to the they had the fight with Don Shu? It's so interesting seeing Stell in motion and it's not us, right?
Unless I'm mistaken, this must be the time we broke into the Alchemy Commission. Really? That can't be right. I remember there were lots of Cloud Knights in the plaza.
Is it because it's an inference? It's only showing aspects of it?
Well, this is just a matrix
Yeah.
inference, remember? Distortions are possible. Although the scale of this distortion is surprising.
Interesting. So like the fact that there's like, because again, Cloud Knights were a big part of this part of the story, right? So like it's probably like a big deal then. There's something happening with March's brain that there's this big of a distortion.
Try communicating with the Fushuen you see over there. We should hear what the Master Diviner has to say.
I don't know how. There we go. Okay, Fushan is they kind of like gave up the ghost with this already with the cutscene, but Fushan with hand in hip, Fushan with arms crossed. Wait,
Huh?
I want Fushan too. This is. They had to know that this was gonna be crazy, right? They had to have known. What happens if we talk to this Fushan first?
Miss Fushuen, is that you?
This is the one that we came with into the brain or the memory.
Wrong, Fushuen. Talk to the other one.
Don't say it like that. She wanted to talk to you for a second.
Miss Fushuen, is that you? If we want to resolve the Stellaron crisis, we must refine the question. What is the crux of the problem? Generally, it is believed that when one seizes on the crux of a problem, the problem will split open like bamboo on the edge of a knife.
Very, very interesting perspective, right? And I do agree, right? It's like the idea of like if you can focus on what is like the root of the problem, what is the actual cause of the problem, instead of focusing on the because again, if you focus on the effects of the problem, you have to focus on the effects of the problem because some stuff is going to happen with that too. But yeah, what is the summary of the problem?
Nobody could have foreseen the catalyzing effect of the Stellaron on the ambrosial arbor. As the ancients said, blessings bring about misfortune and vice versa. Nature has its own algorithm, and it is precisely when fate wins betwixt blessing and misfortune that I, a master diviner of masterful proportions, am called on to save the people of the Loufu.
Excuse me, Jesus.
What the heck is she talking about? Master Diviner, did you actually say that at the time? It would appear that in Miss March's estimation,
No.
I'm somewhat of a blabbermouth.
So because we're seeing what she sees, thinks of people in her mind as well. So because she thinks Fushan talks too much in her inference, Fushan is a blabbermouth.
No, I've always seen you as a masterful Master Diviner.
This is like putting on glasses and seeing the world through March's eyes. It's awesome.
Despite the obvious distortions in this experience, the base materials from which it is composed are taken from your actual memory. There is no falsehood here. In other words, your subconscious mind thinks that I talk in tongue twisters.
So because March genuinely believes that she talks in the most confusing language ever in the inference, Fushan is just talking in the most confusing manner ever.
It's mainly just that I can't
March.
always comprehend the lofty ideals and principles you discuss.
Honestly, it's okay. There's a lot to this Xianzhou. Like, you know, I had to like, you know, look over edits like twice sometimes in videos to understand everything, you know?
Forget it. Now is not the time for losing one's temper. If the inferred experience is distorted, we should focus on filtering out each distortion one by one. Otherwise, we won't be able to trace your memories back any further. This is getting a little complicated. Is there a simpler explanation?
I think what she's saying is that, like, bit by bit, we have to, like, fix the distortions and fix the problem with this so we can actually, like, you know, get to the crux of it. I think that's what it is, right? Yeah. Because if things are distorted, we won't be able to, like, look back properly or effectively.
Draw your bow
Oh.
and fire an arrow at that Fu Xuan.
Wait, we're gonna have a fight with Fu Xuan? Well, I guess, okay, I thought we were gonna have a fight with Fu Xuan. That would have been really crazy. Okay, let's use some attack moves here with Fu Xuan.
In formation, in accordance.
It's so crazy how slow
You'll
even the
hate this.
death animations feel, right?
All things in this world.
When you're
have
not,
their laws.
when you don't have the speed up function on, it actually feels like crazy.
Yet stratagems, constellations are human
Holy
creations.
freaking hell. Holy hell! Fu Xuan, what the hell?
The time is now. Lend me your strength. Allow me to make a divination.
So we, defense is,
Together as one.
whoa, wait, so we get like a bit more health or something, or like a bit of extra health or a boost to health, it seems? That's pretty crazy.
Abyss flower, bloom.
Resistance is timely.
Yeah, it's actually crazy how, like, how different it can feel, right?
Dodge this. Take this.
Like when you slow it down.
Beat it.
And honestly, like, it's one of those things where, like, I don't think it's a bad thing to have in the game, like, for the option there, you know? For sure.
That freaked me out. I don't like people suddenly deciding to fight me. Now let's see who's here. Ting Yun,
There,
Welt,
there,
General Jing Yuan,
over there.
and also her.
Stell. Yeah, over there.
I don't have to fight all of them, right? The Master Diviner was easy
Oh.
peasy, but I don't think I could
Oh,
take
no, no,
General
no, no, no,
Jing
no,
Yuan.
no.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, easy peasy, she says.
The interference factor creating the distortion here should only have one source. That is, the person present who shouldn't be. So I have to pick someone and clear them of interference? Exactly. My projection will disappear for the moment so as to not cloud your judgment. If you can hear my voice, then it means I'm watching over you. You're the best, Master Diviner.
Oh my god.
I hope the best version of me can overwrite the gloriously absurd version that lives in your subconsciousness. The person present who shouldn't be. Who could that be?
The general, right? The general was not with us at this moment. The general was not with us at this moment whatsoever. I'm correct in this, right? Am I? Well, Ting-Young is gone. You could say that, but Ting-Young was here with us in this moment, right? She was traveling with us. Fu Xuan was here. The general was not here. Now, here's the thing. I know we can, like, talk to the general right away, and I think the general was the person that wasn't here. I generally think we should talk to everybody first, even if it makes us look silly, right? Getting some more dialogue is always a good thing. Also, I want to say, like, I think it's actually hilarious that March 7th, like, you know, sees, like, we're seeing a version of March 7, like, or what March 7 sees through her eyes in this world. And, like, the distortions in this world and how, she, like, and it's adapting, like, how she sees everyone's personalities. It's very funny. And the thing is, like, her not understanding stuff, like, one of my least favorite things ever with judgments of people is judgments of intelligence. Like, it's like one of my least favorite things ever. Because you could have someone who is, like, extremely good at some, like, really scientific subject. And that's amazing. We need you. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for doing that. But then you put a freaking, you know, you put a camera in their hands and they're probably not going to be able to, like, understand what is the best way to take a photo and what's the best ratio and what's the best, like, positioning and all this stuff. You know, you put a typewriter in their typewriter. Just what am I? Oh, how old am I? You put a laptop in their hand and say write a script. They probably all be able to write a script that has like a lot of meaning to it. Maybe not, you know. I'm not, and I get that can be a stereotype about scientists as well. They don't know art and stuff because I know that's not what I'm saying, but you get what I'm saying. There's different types of intelligence, and I feel like, you know, there's also like emotional intelligence. There's also like spiritual intelligence in a way, you know what I mean? Even though I don't believe in like spiritual stuff, I mean more in a sense of like, you know, that kind of magical vibe that March has as well. I never like, you know, judging people based off like, you know, conceived notions of intelligence. Hello, Welt.
Mr. Yang, hi there.
March, get ready. The next fight is going to be very dangerous.
He's very assertive here, right?
Huh? Which next fight?
Stay focused. Fantilia is headed for the Ambrosial Arbor. If we don't stop the Lord Ravager, it'll be a catastrophe.
Okay, all right. Got it.
Another thing, the future is what's most important for us.
Wait, what?
Don't you agree, March?
What?
Dwelling on memories can numb your sense of the present and inhibit future
Wait.
ambitions.
So this is how she sees Welt as well?
Miss Fushen, do people in memories always say weird stuff like this? The distortions we are experiencing are unorthodox.
Clear to no, we don't have to clear. Yeah, I don't think it's Welt. So, if it is what March sees in her eyes, then Welt is someone who like gives a lot of orders, right? She sees him as someone who gives a lot of orders, but also someone who like focuses on her like looking towards the future quite a bit. It seems. Maybe I'm wrong on that too, because it seemed like he was very like Welt does like give like kind of like advice on how to move forward, but it seems like in March's mind here, he was like kind of like, you know, kind of barking like orders in a way, not in a bad way. He just seems very like a lot more assertive in this sense.
Hey, fancy seeing you
Fancy
here.
seeing you here.
Hey, it's fine if you don't want to talk in real life, but this is my memory, so it's my rules. Come on, say something.
March said, "This is my treehouse, and you will play by my rules."
Something.
Something?
Seriously? We have similar recollections of her.
Leave your memories in the past. They have no place in the present.
Interesting. Again, the same kind of like thing that Welt was kind of say, right?
Did you hear that, Master Diviner? Now she's talking weird.
It's like they're trying to give her the message of to move forward, right? But then again, like I think she has a right to know what was in her past, right?
Roll up, roll up.
Miss March, would you like to take a look at the latest edition of the Xianzhou Beauty Index? The chance of drawing a Loufu Playboy card is super high right
Playboy
now.
card?
Miss Ting Yun, it's great to see you so happy, but I can't help feeling a little sad.
Right, after everything that happened.
The past is in the past. What is there to feel sad about? Live every day as if it were your last. Don't be
This
sad.
is not even Ting Young. That's what's so weird. This is not even Ting Young. Wait, so it might not even just be that it might be one of these guys, because that's not even Ting Young. Ting Young, even in like when she was like, you know, just traveling with us, was like a very person that didn't really want to like do anything, right? Like they were very kind of like, okay, you know, kind of very nonchalant about a lot of stuff. So like this enthusiasm is very there's something March wouldn't even have known, right? I think it has to be Jingyuan. Jingyuan was the one who wasn't here at the very least, right?
General, hello. General? General Jing
Not answering.
Jing Oh, what's his deal? Who falls asleep standing up anyway? This is clearly your subconscious projecting onto the general.
Okay, in what way?
I remember now. The general
Yep.
wasn't there when we broke into the Alchemy Commission. Looks like we found the source of our distortion.
So March also sees the general as someone who's very stoic, maybe in a way, and like, you know, is not someone who she can approach and have a conversation with that much, I guess. And maybe in her mind, the reason why Ting Young's like this is because she wants Ting Young to be happy, and in her mind, she's kind of, you know, made this reality where Ting Young was like this really spirited person, probably from the stories that people told about her, right? Because we've seen that she, in stories, she was a very sweet person. She was someone who like would help people out. She was someone who like people appreciated quite a bit. So I wonder if that's what she's piecing together with the Ting Young stuff as well. Clear Distortion.
March 7th.
You
That's a great
scared me.
voice acting
Why'd
performance
you
there.
wake up so suddenly?
Are you not satisfied with your life as it is?
Oh my god.
I'm satisfied.
There's a lot of like, hey, leave the memories in the past.
Then why are you obsessing over the past?
So is this like her own subconscious trying to tell her this? I wonder if that's why there's distortions, because her own past is trying to like stop her from, you know, looking to the past. We're gonna get like a few buffs before we do this.
In accordance. Wanna see? This battle is.
In fact, I'm actually gonna like do a support system here, and then do this again. I want to see. Yeah, it's good to look at it twice in the normal motion, right?
All things in this world have their laws.
This is actually crazy.
Constellations.
This is god tier, right? This is like god tier. In any other game, this would be a god.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. A quick divination.
Yeah, I wonder if it is like if it could be. It could generally be her distortions. The distortions could be the fact that she doesn't. She in her mind she feels like, okay, I'm moving forward and I feel like I want to move forward maybe in a way, you know. If you get what I'm saying, it's like, you know, maybe in her mind she loves the life she has now, so her mind is trying to like block out some aspects of it, and then maybe that's why it's distorting so much. Is that while she wants to know about her past, she's also like very worried about learning about her past because like she loves the life that she's created now for herself. Maybe that could be it.
What is that?
What is that? Wait, that's a Belobog heater, right?
I know what this is. It's a Belobog heater.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What's a Belobog heater doing at the
Very
healer's
interesting,
market?
right?
Looks like part of one experience has infiltrated another. A foreign object, so to speak.
Right, okay.
A foreign object? That sounds like a medical issue. Will it require surgery?
I love her outlook and everything, and like how she just says what she thinks.
No. I believe the object is a sign of the Matrix purging distortion. It has managed to trace back to another one of your experiences. Make contact with the object. Let's see if we can jump over into that experience.
So wait, we can go into Belobog? Man, how weird is it that like we were in Belobog like what? Like a month and a half ago maybe? Was it a month and a half ago? Maybe even a bit more? At this point, we started playing at the end of March. I know, yeah, but it was, jeez, we're almost 4 months into our playthrough of Honkai. I'm actually super interested to see if this,
Belobog.
what this does.
I've seen that name somewhere in the astral charts. There are many similar star systems on the Xianzhou trade routes. Unfortunately, all of them lost contact after the appearance of the Antimatter Legion.
Yeah, Belobog is a kind of snowy doomsday city. There are heaters like this all over the place. Otherwise, people wouldn't survive.
Yeah, it's almost, it's a necessity basically.
Come on, Master Diviner. I'll give you a whirlwind
Are we actually
tour
going to
of
Belobog with Fu Xuan? That's so fun.
Is touching a heater a good idea? This thing is red hot. What if my hand turns extra crispy?
Oh my god. And again, Marge says something that, again, is a real fear. What if my hand burns? But it's the way she says it, extra crispy.
It's okay. This is a memory space. If something hasn't injured you in reality, then it cannot injure you in memory.
Wow. So because we never got injured by a heater in Belobog, we can't get injured by a heater in the memory as well.
Well, I was never beaten up by Jing Yuan in reality either.
True.
Enough of that. Touch it.
Marge is I know for a fact Marge was the type of person in religion class to be like, you know, to see like an image of like, you know that old image where it's like, Jesus heals a man that was born blind. And you know Marge put up her hand and was like, yo, if we're all created in God's image, why is he healing someone that was born blind? Like, I feel like she would be the one to question a lot of stuff in like religion class, you know, very earnestly.
Hey, don't pull on my hand. Ow.
Oh, Marge, I love her so much. Are we actually going to Belobog?
What the actual? That thing was flaming hot. You said things that never happened to me in reality couldn't happen here.
I also love that March like is able to like talk so free like this as well, because if I was in this world, I think other characters too, if they were like brought into this like, you know, inference place, they probably would be like too stunned to even speak. March is like fully putting up a fight and it's brilliant.
I said that if something hasn't injured you in reality, then it cannot injure you in memory. I didn't say anything about the sensation.
Oh, so you
of
still get the
injury.
sensation. That's pretty crazy.
So this is Belobog. I was expecting it to be cold.
They have all those machines and stuff.
It's freezing. What? Master Diviner, aren't you cold? I can't stop shivering.
Interesting that she's not cold.
Most likely a result of me never having experienced true cold. I'm afraid you'll have to do the shivering by yourself.
That makes perfect sense, right? Because she's never actually experienced cold like this. She doesn't know what it feels like. So since it's just an inference, she can't infer how it feels.
On the Loufu, you and I have shared experiences. And so I was able to provide more active assistance. But in Belobog, you'll have to rely on your own judgment to ascertain the source of distortion, and get the foreign object to appear.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, Miss March, I have one more thing to ask. Have you ever experienced
Hopefully
great
she never
suffering?
will. Hopefully she never has to.
What? I don't think so. Why are you suddenly asking me that?
Sometimes people forget extreme memories to protect themselves from suffering. Perhaps you didn't notice, but in your memories of the Loufu, everyone you met was either
Yes.
or explicitly stating that you should stop trying to
So
remember.
my assertion could have been wrong. What I was thinking that was there was a possibility that like she loved her life so much now that she didn't need it. It could be a thing that like subconsciously her brain knows that something was very horrible and is trying to protect her mind from this. I think this is something psychologically that actually happens. A brain will always try to protect you from trauma in a lot of ways, right?
I believe this is most likely
Not always,
your
but-
subconscious communicating with you directly. Though, of course, we cannot rule out that external forces may have interfered with your memory. In the latter case, it is possible that someone decided to leave warnings in your subconscious to prevent you from recalling the truth.
So it could be someone that left something there. It could be a subconscious thing. This is so interesting. This is so interesting.
Am I really that important
To me!
someone? I don't think there's anyone who'd go to all the trouble of locking up my memories.
Now, I wouldn't lock up your memories, but like obviously like you are very important to me.
And yet, memories are precisely what you seek, no? I say this to say one thing. Are you certain you wish to continue exploring your memories?
You said external forces might be messing with my head, right? That just makes me more curious. No one gets away with locking up my memories.
tell 'em.
Let's go. I'll show you the way to Goethe Hotel.
Very well. I must admit that I'm finding the whole matter more interesting by the minute.
And that is very interesting, right? The fact that like Fu Xuan like
This memory should be from the first day we arrived in Belobog.
yeah.
By the second day, we were wanted
We
criminals
were-
already. The person present who shouldn't be.
Okay,
Who could it be?
Japard. It's that, right? Japard right away. He's standing right there. It was Japard. No, it's Sampo. Wait, what? Okay, who is here on that? No, because Japard was there the day we arrived. Pela was there the day we arrived. Sampo was there the day we arrived. Bronya was there the day... Is it Sela? So you might see here that I was a little bit confused at what was happening here. Actually, what happened here was I was actually right with my first instincts. But I thought then afterwards that like for a second I was like, wait, were they talking about the second day? No, they were definitely talking about the first day. So we should have gone with our original instincts. I kind of got confused by the idea of like, oh, wait, is Sampo a hotel owner? Not like the most weirdest thing ever? Or like Japard working for him? Is that not super weird? You know what I mean? It kind of got confusing here, but I think I should have just gone with my original instincts. I legitimately thought that I got the days wrong even for a second. I was like, wait, is it the second day? But no, it was just a thing where like, you'll see my confusion here. I should have gone with my original instincts. But yeah, just to explain what happened here. We're talking to anyone anyway. I can't believe Sampo was standing behind the desk. Who gave him a desk job? Welcome to the Sampo Hotel. No. No. He's going to charge you for sleeping in the closet. You know? Yeah, it's so interesting that Fu Xuan, like, you know, finds it so interesting because I think that does make sense, right? It's like this, at first it's like, okay, I'm just helping out March 7th because it seems like, you know, I was told that I would have unexpected visitors today. But but like it's becoming like such an interesting like inference to navigate because we don't know exactly if someone placed these blockages or someone actually like, or the blockages are just a part of psychologically a part of her brain. They're protecting her from that stuff as well. But it seems like in some way she does not want to remember her past. Let's talk to Pela.
Welcome to the Sampo Hotel, Miss
Sampo
March.
Hotel.
The Sampo Hotel used to be called the Goethe Hotel. After old Goethe retired, Sampo managed to trick his
I bet he
way into
did.
acquiring this place and renamed it after
Japard, get
himself.
him. Japard, get him.
Luckily, the high-quality service of the hotel remains undiminished. It's still the best place to stay in the administrative district.
Japard, get him.
I should mention, the Sampo Hotel's new slogan is, "Don't
Oh
think
my
about the
god.
past, strive for your future." Sounds like the kind of ad copy that Miss March
Oh,
would
it's so directed at the idea of like forgetting your past.
like. This girl seems quite trustworthy.
Pela is quite trustworthy.
That's just the work of my subconscious mind.
So she sees Pela as someone to be incredibly trustworthy, right? And I think it's fair. But look at these two gals. It's been so I haven't seen you in a while.
The tea service at Goethe Hotel is first class, especially this whale-tide spring. They say that an architect once used the preservation's power to make camellias bloom on the snow plains, and that this tea is made from those leaves.
That's pretty freaking beautiful, right?
Whale-tide spring. Isn't that a variety of Xianzhou tea?
So is this the distortion?
My brain must be filling in the blanks. Probably because I never drank any famous tea in Belobog.
Oh, okay. And this is so interesting. This is so interesting. This is one of the most interesting like ways of doing a quest ever. Because she never drank tea on Belobog, that was native to Belobog. Her mind is like just, you know, filling the blank. If it is like using these Xianzhou tea.
Ugh, so bitter.
It's so fun seeing them together again.
Bitter tea is good for your health. Ugh, bitter is bitter. If it tastes like that, it doesn't really matter how good for you it is.
Honestly, I wouldn't be drinking bitter tea either, but
There's an old saying in Belobog, "Blessed is he who can eat the bitterest of bitter."
is that an actual saying in Belobog?
These experiences are becoming increasingly distorted.
Yeah. Even the way Bronya's talking is very strange.
Seems like my subconscious mind has no talent for screenwriting.
No, you do. We remember your detective script.
I'm not sure your conscious mind does
Hey!
either.
I'm not denying
No.
it.
You're good. So in our minds, in March's mind, Bronya is like I guess some like very like maybe a little bit more enthusiastic in her mind, I guess, because that's the way I see it there anyway. And Sela is very much like, you know, Sela, you know, very much like, I'm not drinking this stuff. Is that all? They didn't say just to get rid of the distortion, right?
What an excellent cup of tea. It's a pity not everyone can appreciate its beauty.
Like, this is a very enthusiastic Bronya.
Much like the gift of forgetting.
Oh my
Miss
God.
March, it's bitter at first, but with a gentle aftertaste.
Everything is leading towards that idea of forgetting.
This Branya is really different from the Branya
Really
I remember.
like up and cheerful and enthusiastic and
The force that's distorting this experience is nearby.
Do you have to make it sound all scary?
so it would be Sela, right?
Rest easy. I can guarantee your safety while you're inside the matrix of prescience.
That's very sweet. So it seems like it's Sela. Sela wasn't here at the time, right? On the first day.
Long time no see, Zila.
March? Long time no see. How's everything been going since you left Belobog? The Express never looked back. It headed straight for the other end of the galaxy, because that was its fate. The same goes for us. We can't return to the past. March, don't dwell on the
Jeez,
past.
it's getting more direct
It won't
every
do you
time.
any good. Trust me.
Got it? Thanks.
These warnings are ongoing. The
Yep.
situation is becoming stranger.
And they're
by
becoming
the
less and
minute.
less like natural. It's becoming more and more direct.
It sure is. Let's press on and see what awaits.
So maybe it wasn't Sela? And maybe they're just not going to give us the answer this time. You know what I mean? Because we thought it was, you know, because like if I'm thinking about who met us on the first day, right? Did Bronya meet us on the first day though? We met Pela on the first day. We met Japard on the first day. Oh my god, Japard, how are you? How's Serval? How's Lynx? We met Sampo on the first day here in Belobog, right? Did we meet Bronya? Because we met Bronya on the second day, right?
Miss March 7th, welcome to the Sampo Hotel.
No.
I'm Japard, the
No.
security here.
You're working for Sampo?
Why would hotel security need to be armed to the teeth? Is there great lawlessness in
I wonder if it's because like we got like the hotel is a memory of trauma for March that she got like arrested here.
No. Japard is the captain of the Silvermane Guards. Just like how the Loufu has its own Cloud Knights captains. I have no idea what he's doing running security at a hotel like this.
So this might be the distortion then.
It isn't so surprising. In attempting to pursue the rational, we piece together the unrelated. The result is a seemingly meaningful fantasy. A fantasy called life.
Excuse me, Miss March. Do you need anything?
Oh my god.
If there's nothing else, please let me get back to my
The
duty.
gentle voice as well.
Also, allow me to remind you, you cannot change the past.
It's so direct.
The future is all that's left for you.
That actually does feel like something he would say.
Okay, so maybe it's not. So here's the thing, my thought process was who was here on the first day. But by the way, like, two things. I think that my interpretation of why Japard is here, like, kind of like asking us if we need anything, he's kind of here helping us. Now, this might be like a whole stretch, and I totally get that. In March, first of all, who wouldn't want Japard asking him if they wanted tea or they wanted any help and stuff? Because, you know what I mean? That's just that's a dream of anybody. You know what I mean? That's a dream of anybody. But I think as well, and again, this could be just me stretching things, you know, so far. Stretch Armstrong over here with theories. Could it be that March sees Japard as someone very righteous in the end and someone who, like, she could genuinely trust by the end? And so maybe, like, she's thinking, this is the first person that helped us. Maybe if he was here at the hotel at the time, we wouldn't have, you know what I mean? Like, it's like almost like a protective role, because that's what he kind of was. He's like the last line of defense. So maybe like this place still has memories of feeling unsafe. That Japard kind of is that feeling of safety as well. Maybe I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong, right? But I feel like him being like the security here in a dreamlike state, at least. I know it's an inference, but in a dreamlike state, to me would be like, if I woke up from a dreamlike state, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's because I trust him so much. It's because he is kind of like the last line of defense for Belobog. You know what I mean? He's like a protector in a lot of ways of a lot of people. That's the way I would see it if he was protecting me, you know what I mean? And well, if it isn't him himself, you know? Not that I would, like, March, Stell, and Don Hung, like, in March's mind, I think that, like, you know, it's not that she needs, like, someone protecting her, because Stell, her, and Don Hung are together, but I think that thing has been brought up so many times that this genuinely, like, scarred her for a little bit, getting arrested here in the hotel, because it was such a gentle night, and then, you know, it went to, like, crap. And she mentioned it so many times that the hotel was like a place where she, like, didn't trust anymore. So, like, that's just my inference. It's like the idea of someone being like the protector of Belobog being here to protect Stell, March, and Don Hung. Does that make sense? Am I going too far with that? Probably a little bit, but that's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you have to go too far to rein it back in and get the halfway point and get something right? Well, if it isn't Sampo.
Miss March, long time no see. Welcome to the
And, like, in that line, would, like, Sampo being the head of this place associate, like, why she thinks this place is kind of shady now with, like, a bad memory, you know, we're associating with Sampo?
The Sampo Hotel? This is Goethe Hotel.
Was Goethe Hotel.
Oh my god, the cartoony
Now
laugh.
it's the Sampo Hotel. In the autumn of his years, old Goethe got too old to run this place, so he handed it down to his most trusted young confidant, Sampo Kuski.
He says that the same way every time. Kuski.
And before you get the wrong idea, there was zero trickery involved. This was a cherished agreement between
The fact that you
gentlemen.
even have to say this is a problem. The fact that you have to talk about how it's not a trick.
You see, old Goethe and I chose to face the future instead of clinging to memories of the past. You should do the same, March.
This blue-haired fellow has an air of mystique about him every time he opens his mouth.
You don't need a Jade Abacus to get a feel for Sampo.
So they're not telling us what the distortion is this time? So we just have to kind of guess what the distortion is. I might get, like, I want to try Sela first, right? Because like if we're talking about like, now they could have said second day and I missed it as well, because second day would mean that we would have seen Sela, right? But then again, then it doesn't. Everyone else was a first day interaction, right? But here's my ideas. It makes sense in our mind that these two would be together. It makes sense that you'd be trustworthy. I think, but with Sela though, was not here at the time. I think we should try Sampo first, just because it's the most glaring, obvious. Like, this is not real. You know what I mean? This is definitely a distortion. So maybe we should try Sampo first.
Miss March!
This...
Should we try Sampo first?
This
It wasn't that. So... Bronya maybe then? Because they were saying that Bronya, like, this is not like Bronya at all. Should we try Bronya here?
What an excellent, much like the gift of the force that...
Do you have to...
Rest easy.
Not Bronya. Maybe Gepard then? I'm not getting this right at all.
Miss March 7th.
Why would
no,
it isn't so...
Excuse me, also.
No. So, should I have gone with my instincts all along?
Long time no see.
March? The Express. March.
These warned...
It's sure it... I remember our second day in Belobog was mostly us being hunted down by Silvermane guards.
So it was the second day.
We didn't meet Zila until way later. Which means... Zila shouldn't be appearing in this memory. She's the source of the
We should have gone with our first instinct then. Because we were like, it's Sela, right?
What's this? Let me see. Developed on her...
What is the Herta space station? Oh, are we going to the Herta space station? This is so cool.
Seems like this must be the foreign object. The next experience
That's so cool.
should be meeting her for the first time. Herta Space Station.
That is legitimately such a cool idea. I love the Pale is the only one left here. Yeah, this is such an interesting quest as well. Yeah, like I should have gone with my instincts on that as well. The idea of like Sela not being there at the time. But I think, you know, just stuff happens. You know what I mean? Stuff happens. You gotta move on. You know, we erased somebody. Because I thought like maybe the distortion was like the fact that like Gepard was like, you know, working for Sampo, which I don't think anyone's gonna blame me on that. Honestly, I don't think anyone will blame me for thinking that Sampo being the owner of a hotel and Gepard working for him is a distortion.
Shame we didn't get to see the stunning vistas of the snow plains. This hotel lobby must have left a deep impression on you.
110%. March brought it up a lot.
Well, waking up after a great sleep in a comfy bed to find out you're a wanted criminal tends to leave a deep impression.
As much as you can make jokes about stuff like that, like, clearly a very traumatic experience, right? Clearly.
Let's move on to the next stop. I mean, the last stop. Let's go.
We're gonna see when we met Stella for the first time.
So long as you're ready.
This is like Touch the Photo. It's like a clip show, you know. Like, obviously it's not a clip show. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like on a TV show, it does like, hey, remember this fun stuff. But the way they're doing this is so interesting because it's so like germane to March, and they're adding so many like nice like little distortions and twists to it as well. You know, it's not just a retread of history.
Over a red hot heater any day.
Like, it's very cool how they're doing this for sure.
March, wake up. We have to hurry.
Oh my god, there's Bestie.
Huh? Are we going? What about Miss Fuxuan?
Fuxuan? Who's that? And there's no time for daydreaming. The space station is in crisis.
Is this what happened right as everything was happening and like things were going to crap?
Huh? What do you mean?
I can't believe we're gonna get to see this.
Come with me. Asta said that the Stellaron
Oh
is
my
stored
God.
in that room up ahead. And I'm guessing the Legion might also be interested in
Oh
its
my
whereabouts.
god!
I know this memory. This is before we met her.
I understand this is an inference.
March, you're being really weird today. Follow me.
I understand this is an inference, and even Don Hug is being very like enthusiastic here as well, energetic. Like, the fact that we're getting to see what happened right before they met Stell is so interesting to me.
Don Hung, where are
Oh, Dongling's gone?
Master Diviner! Can you hear me? Ah, darn it, something must have
That's
gone
scary.
wrong.
That's terrifying.
What am I gonna do? Why did Miss Fushuan pick the scariest time to vanish?
Legitimately.
March, can you...
Oh,
Me, I'm getting more and more evidence that your memories have suffered interference. But I don't know where
so there
from.
was some sort of interference, okay.
Looks like I'll have to do it by myself this time.
And you could do this. You could definitely do this. Wait a second, so we have to like figure out what's the distortion now again? See, I'm gonna go with my instincts again this time around. I'm definitely gonna go with my instincts this time, which I should have first. Let's talk to Arlan. She was the last princess.
If you insist on looking back,
Oh my god.
you'll find nothing but confusion and chaos.
There's not even like a little tidbit of a conversation to start this off. It goes straight into the don't look at your past.
You were the last princess, and also the last survivor
What?
of the Diamond World Adlevin. The planet was burned to an obsidian hellscape the moment Nanook
Wait,
ascended.
what? March was the last princess of the Dime World Advilon? I was burned by Nanook.
Filled with despair, your parents swaddled
What?
you in warm clothing and placed you into an ice ship. As they watched you sink into the turbulent waves of the starscape,
What the
they
hell?
felt a newfound hope.
This is insane.
You were found and raised by strangers. You are the only
Huh?
savior, the promise of rebirth.
Is this... What is happening here?
Oh, wait! I wrote
Oh
that.
my god.
That's a story I made up about my
Oh my
past.
god. March. I was like, March is a princess. Well, she is a princess. She is. But like... I was like, are they dropping this lore? By the way, that's very cute that she wrote that about her past as well, right? By the way, but like... It's also interesting that that seeped into her memories as well. It became a part of like Arlan's information about our past, right? Like that's such an interesting way of like doing it. I was like so stunned. I was like, oh my god, they're dropping this with Arlan here?
Ugh, great. Forget memories. Now everyone gets to see my imagination.
I suppose this is a big part of your imagination. We won't clear the distortion yet. Arlan definitely was here, right? That's so interesting that like now even like the stories that she made up about herself are now interfering and coming into her mind as well. Cause she definitely like has a, how do I say it? She definitely has a like this type of imagination that is very creative. We saw that in the story quest where we did the Lucha story quest, right? The one where we did the detective stuff. Like she definitely loves like creating stories in her mind and creating like I guess her own fan fiction about her own life, I guess. And I think it's like while it's a very funny and adorable thing that she did this, it's also very like, you know, sweet and, you know, in a way like heartbreaking that like she's sitting there writing about her past because she can't remember her past. And I think it's so sweet that she made herself a princess because she totally is a princess.
March, have you forgotten your past experiences? Surely your bow there is enough evidence for you.
Your bow?
You were once a galaxy ranger, engaged
No
in a bitter
way.
fighting battle with the remnants of the swarm. You rescued a planet in the Emerald System that was about to be swallowed by a black hole, smashing through Dr. Primitive's carefully laid plans.
This is quite beautiful. March is like has these memories of her past that aren't actually memories. I feel like this is all stuff she wrote about herself, like her being a galaxy ranger.
You were severely wounded during the battle for Vonwalk. The leader of the Rangers encased you in ice to protect you and waited for you to recover.
That's so it's really sweet, right? There's like I understand that like again, as you said, like it is like sad at the same time. It's just it makes you feel like very weird, right? There's a mixture of like that's so sweet, that's so cute, and also very a somber feeling as well of like all the stuff that she made up about her past because she didn't know her past.
My bow? But Himeko made that for me. You're lying.
So this is a lie. But is that so? Maybe that wasn't her writing stuff about her past then as well. Maybe it's. But it seems like that would follow the line. So I'm not gonna say it isn't. Right? Because we know this for sure was a fiction about her past. Maybe this wasn't a fiction about her past. Maybe this was just like a thought that's something that like maybe... But it has to be something like that though, right? Because they can't infer something that's not there. So it has to be something she thought of at least. And Himiko making her a bow, by the way. That's her mommy. You know, that's her mom.
March 7th, one of the nameless aboard the Astral Express. After being picked up by Himiko, she was freed from the six-phased ice in which she was encased. She lost all memory of the past. Because she had no past to speak of, she was an eon.
Huh?
And eons have no past. From the moment they ascend, the past and future of their existence become inundated by their path.
Please, this is so weird because like it's like what part of this could be true, right? Imagine March being an Aeon.
March 7th's mistake was the loss of the authority of the eons.
Could it be? That never even occurred to me.
Oh my god.
But I guess it's not impossible.
Wait, so we have to figure out which is like the wrong one then? So we know this is definitely a lie then. But then does that mean that March actually is like an Aeon? Or could be related to like an Aeon? If that's the case. Holy freaking hell, what is happening here, guys? What the frick is happening?
March, leave your memories in the past. Why do you insist on returning to them? If they were so important to you, wouldn't you have remembered them? The moment a nameless boards the express, a new life begins. We set out on a new road, never to return.
That is, I guess that is like the idea of the nameless, right?
Explore, trailblaze, but do not dwell on the past. You'll tarnish the reputation of the nameless.
So Stell's perspective now, at least like from what March sees this as, is the idea that like she has to move forward because that's what being a nameless is. So this is true. The only one she called a liar was Asta, right? But if that's the case, then there's something in her brain that has like led her to think about or infer that she...
March 7th, one of the nameless aboard the... After being picked up by Himiko, because she had no past to speak of.
Right?
She was an eon, and eons have no past. From the moment they ascend, the past and future of their existence. March 7th's mistake was the loss of the authority.
The loss of the authority of eons?
Could it be?
That's what's so weird, because okay, it gets kind of confusing, right? Because it could, I'm not saying this is like an absolute truth, right? Of course not. But like there's something that is in her brain that inferred that into her head. There's something that put that into her head or put that into her memories. Now it's it could be distortion. I'm gonna try and talk to Asta here. In a way, I kind of hope that this is the distortion. You know what I mean? Because that's big. Should we try and clear this out?
Have you forgot you were severe night?
No. Okay, this then, right?
March 7th, after being picked because she... March 7th.
Could it be?
Wait, so that... Okay, I'm not saying that that's like a true statement. I'm saying there's something that inferred into her... That put it into her inference of her memories and her brain that she could be an Aeon. And I wonder if it's because of the information that there is on Aeons, or if it is like the thing where like someone told her this at some point and it was blocked again. So are we saying maybe... Wait, this, I don't know this time. I don't know this time, because if we say Arla, it's because, yeah, we came up with the story, right? It's our brain, it's our memory here. If it's Stell, should we try Stell? Because she's right in front of this big door here.
March, why do you in the moment explore?
Enough. You're not her. Nothing like her.
Oh my god. Yeah. Because it... Yes, because Stell... Yes, of course. Stell would not. Stell was trying to help her get her memories back. And that's why she would never do this. Stell would try to get her memories back.
She would never try and force me to give up something so important to me.
Yes, 110%.
I don't care who you are. Disappear right now and let me pass.
So beautiful.
Don't you ever pretend to be one of my friends again.
So freaking beautiful. No, that is legit one of the best sequences ever. Right? Because at the time I was just like, oh, it sounds like, you know, I didn't think of it at the time, but it's like, no, Stella's been like the biggest supporter of her getting her memories back, right? That's been like one of the biggest things for Stella.
Together as one.
That's so freaking cool that's how we like realize it. And like in fairness, I only realized that after we like got rid of all the other quote unquote distortions, and then I realized, but still, like, it's like, I don't know, man. Such a beautiful way to figure out that's not the real one, right? Because at first when I heard it, I was like, oh, this is just another person that's saying, hey, you forget about the past. But then it's like, no, but like, Stella would never say that, right?
All things in this world have
so beautiful.
Creations.
So beautiful. I'm in love with that. Wait, so there's another abnormality in here? What in the hell are we looking at here? Before we figure out whatever the hell that is, that means that to make this make sense, and maybe I'm getting this whole thing wrong, this was her story about herself. I'm assuming this is part of a story that she thought about for herself, but the bow part was like what was the wrong part, so maybe there's something that like was distorted there as well. I don't know. This part here, then, something was put into her head that believed that she could be an Aeon. Whether that's an interference, whether that's something in her mind, something was put there. And then the most beautiful thing ever, the distortion, was the fact that Stella would never say that.
Weren't there
oh, he's so beautiful.
Sent out from the space station? Weak heartbeat and pulse. March. You better do CPR.
Is this legit the moment we met Stella for the first time? I love the March, you know, it was the freaking support that was given to her. That's the most beautiful thing in the world. It really is.
This is the first time we met her. But she isn't here.
It's like a representation almost.
Who are you? I don't remember you.
It's a faceless... I was thinking maybe it's like the representation of Stella? Oh.
I am a messenger of the Garden of Recollection. Miss March, please refrain from looking back upon your past.
So this is maybe who was interfering with our brain? With March's brain?
Leave the matrix of prescience and return to reality. The past is not worth exploring. It will only hurt you.
Like, look at the design as well.
You're the one who needs to leave.
Oh my god, I'm actually very proud of her. I'm actually so proud of March.
The Garden of Recollection? Did the glow swaiter send you? Are you the one meddling with my observations?
The glow swather. Garden of Recollection. All these terms.
What do you want with this girl? No matter the nature of your intentions, stealing
oh my god, Fu Xuan.
Deceiving them, blinding them.
She's so angry as well.
I cannot allow that to
Let's
happen.
go.
You leave me no choice but to resort to unconventional means.
Miss March, this might feel uncomfortable, but I'm going to enter your memory world and help you clear out any obstacles.
I mean, look at the determination of Fu Xuan. I would take, like, I trust Fu Xuan. I trust her so much. I trust her so much. Let's go for it. Why not? Let's start off with 2 big blasts. Man, I'm so proud of March for moving forward as well, right? And like, I'm so proud of her for realizing the stuff about Stella as well. Because it took me a second, 100%. Because I just thought it was just another, like, warped memory. But yeah, Stella would never say that. And let's get a bunch of turns here as well. With Su Shang.
Lend me your strength.
It's actually crazy the stuff we can do with Su Shang and Bronya. It's actually nuts. Why does it get rid of an enemy? So the Garden of Recollection, the glow swathe, has been interfering with everything.
Thanks for your help, Miss Fu Xuan.
Wait, we're back in the Astral Express. Sorry guys, I just had a sneezing fit, not even joking, and...
I promised I'd watch over
you did.
you. Besides, I've been blessed by the Wisdom Walker. I will never tolerate efforts to impede the truth.
Oh, she's so angry about it too.
That person said she was a messenger. The Garden of Recollection. Why would they come after me?
Many members of the Garden have their own agenda. It's impossible to confirm anything from a cursory introduction. This is the Astral Express, no? It would seem that you're nearing the source. The matrix of Prescience Ultima should start making further calculations soon. Do you remember where it was exactly that you were discovered?
They set the ice down in one of the passenger cars. It ended up being my room.
Wait, so they changed the room that she was discovered in into her bedroom?
Then let's pass through this carriage and find your room.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. So the Garden of Recollection was trying to distort her mind? So I wonder did they put the stuff in there about the Eon as well, or put the stuff in there about the bow as well like that also? Okay, we can't check the databank right now, but we could check it afterwards actually maybe as well to take a look at some of this stuff too.
Donovan, let's crack open this ice block. Perhaps we can still save the girl inside.
So we're hearing all these memories about like when they found us?
Be careful not to harm her.
Oh my god. And all the care they're putting into this as well.
I've got this. Pom-Pom, go and get the first aid.
Why is this making me emotional? The fact that like Donahug is like, they're all like, Donahug, Himiko, Welt, they're all like working so hard to save March. Literally saved her life. Legitimately saved her life. Like they all worked so hard to save her. This is her new family, by the way. This is their family.
This must be when the crew first
Yeah.
found me. I don't remember a thing.
That hit me so hard in the
Some
heart.
memories are buried deep within you. It takes time for them to resurface.
Like if I saw all these people rushing to save my life, like they are my family forever. You know what I mean? They legitimately are.
What's going on? How come we're back at the start?
It's the messenger. She's interfering with
So
your
they're interfering a
movements
lot
again.
with this stuff. But there's Himiko down at the end here though.
Back. Keep going forward.
Is that what?
Don't look back. Keep going forward.
Is that the messenger again?
Don't look back. Keep going forward.
Just make sure we can't go into the rooms here. Himiko.
It seemed like that kid was trapped in ice, but the substance doesn't share the same physical properties. How bizarre.
So obviously it was a more magical ice.
The crystals show at least 6 structures under differing conditions. 6 phased ice. The galaxy really is an enigma.
And they saw it as a new discovery as well, right? So it wasn't ice, it was a different type of ice. Where we're gonna see different characters every time we go through this. That's our mother, by the way. And that's our cousin and our dad.
Of course, I hope we can take her in. Or, rather, I can offer a conclusion based on the most basic of moral judgments. Now that we've found her, we have to look after her.
Welt basically saying, I hope we can adopt her. Basically, right? I know I'm reading between the lines here, but that's the way I see it, you know? We found her, we have to take responsibility, we have to look after her, and they did. This is your family, Marge. This is it.
But naturally, I'm concerned about whether or not this places the Astral Express
Evan,
in any danger.
Marge is worth it.
The Astral Express welcomes everyone. Don't worry. Do what you feel is right, and Papa will take care of the rest.
Pom-Pom underrated sweetheart, right? Underrated sweetheart.
Thanks. I feel more at ease now. I just hope she'll have a good time on the Express and not feel too alienated from the rest of us.
Ooh, man. Honestly, I say I didn't expect this, but like, I care about March so much. And the reason why this line hits me so hard right now is we know how much they care about her and how much she's become a big part of their lives and how Welt, like, I don't give a damn. Welt treats this girl like a daughter sometimes, and she treats him like a dad. Like, you know, she even talks to her like in a very supportive tone, but also like correcting her. So, you know, like very much dad-like. And Himiko cares so much for her, and Don Hung can say whatever he wants, and March can say what she wants about Don Hung, but the fact is they have a great relationship, and whenever March is not around, Don Hung brings her up as an example like 20 times all the time. He does it every time he's on his own. Even when he was with Shushaga, I believe he brought her up at least once as well. He brought her up in the last quest as well when she wasn't there as well. They talk about each other all the time when they're not around. You know what I mean? This is a family.
Stop worrying so much. Pom-Pom will say it again. The Astral Express welcomes everyone.
She really found a place where she belonged, right? She really did. So, actually, I'm not sorry for stuff. You guys have told me to stop saying sorry for stuff. you guys are like, stop saying sorry. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. You know, Welt's basically discussing like how, you know, this could cause troubles, but he wants to basically like have her be a part of the Astral Express and take care of her. And Pom Pom being this underrated sweetheart that he is, be like, hey, I don't care. Make it happen. I will make sure everything's safe. What are we gonna see next? If it's Don Hung, I'm gonna die. I hate to go over here. I'm already in tears. I just saw Don Hung. Oh my god. This is one of the most beautiful quests ever. This might be my favorite companion quest, which is crazy. It's not crazy. I love March 7th, but I think the way they've done this is so incredible.
Everyone agreed to take you in. I'm in exile. And by the look of things, you might not have a home to go back to either. But here on the Express, nobody is alone.
Oh my god. Here on the Express, nobody is alone. I'm like, it's still the morning and I'm drenched in tears. And that's what it is, right? It's like Don Hung and her relationship, I feel like is like I'd never expressed like this before, but oh my god, seeing it expressed here in this way, you might not have a home to go back to either. But here on the Express, nobody's alone. This is his way of saying, don't worry, you're welcome here. You know? He didn't say it in, you know, he never would say it in kind of like certain terms, right? But he said it in a way that's like, you know, hey, I know how you feel. Like, this is like such a beautiful, supportive way of saying it and trying to relate to someone as well. Like, I also have no home to go along to, but on the Express you have your family.
Himiko said that your vitals were all stable. She just didn't know when you'd regain consciousness.
We're not alone anymore. I'm so devastated. This is so beautiful. The way they've done this is immaculate. Absolutely immaculate.
The Interfere has been thwarting your progress this whole time.
The relationship between Don Hung and March is one of my favorite things in this game. And you could always tell that everything they did came from a place of love. And that's on full display there. They don't know how to show it all the time, but March to me, March loves Don Hung, and the way she shows it is by annoying the heck out of him intentionally. Because she wants to be around him, she wants to get a reaction out of him, and that's not because she doesn't like him. It's genuinely because she like wants to like be playful with him and wants him to kind of like react to her and, you know, to have fun with each other. And that's probably the best way she knows to have fun with Don Hung and to get a reaction out of him is to annoy him a little bit, you know? But to me that shows like a want to be in that like presence and to be around someone. and want them to like kind of like acknowledge you as well, and not in a way that's like Dan Heng doesn't acknowledge her, but like it's very clear they care about each other in that sense. I think March shows it. And by the way, when I say annoy him, like I think she does annoy him, but I think it's one of those things where she knows she's like a professional annoyer, but it's not an annoyance of like the way a fly would come near you or the way someone you hate comes near you. It's the way that, like, you know, someone you adore annoys you, but at the end of the day you die for them, you know what I mean? That kind of way. But you're inseparable. You're so close that you can say this stuff to each other. And the way Dan Heng expresses it, right, is by saying stuff that's if you read it as just as it is, it's like, hey, it's matter of fact, I'm in exile. You don't have a home to go home to, but here it's okay. But in the most sentimental way possible, in a Dan Heng way as well, he made it all sound beautiful. You know what I mean? And does it make sense to say, like, if another character said this, it would be still emotional, but it wouldn't be as emotional because, again, Dan Heng doesn't take the time to always say really emotionally charged stuff all the time. He's very logical in his approach to a lot of situations. So for him to take the time to be very, like, not very, that's the point, it's not very. For him to take the time to be very, like, I keep saying very, for him to take the time to be somewhat emotionally vulnerable with March shows that he cared, you know, or he wanted her to feel better about herself. It's so freaking beautiful, man. It's so beautiful.
Maybe the only way for you to find your past is to take a step back.
Interesting. Just, this is Horror Game 101, by the way. Is there any new conversations here?
Of course, I hope.
Yeah, it's the same conversation. Okay, just in case.
Thanks.
This is Horror Game 101. If you're going down an end of the stairs, try to go to the turnaround.
Don't look back. Keep going forward. I get it. If I do the exact opposite, I'll find my way out. You're a true genius,
You
March.
are.
As soon as you open this door, the matrix of prescience will
Holy
start
hell.
calculating your past. Whenever you're ready.
What are we seeing?
Is this my room? I didn't get a chance to tidy up. Don't judge.
I love her so much. She's this type of person. Don't worry about it. It's a beautiful room.
This is your room? That block of ice in the center.
No, wait, what?
Has it always been there?
Is that where she was? That's where she was trapped? Look at her. Her room is so sweet. It's actually a beautiful room. Imagine sleeping looking out with the stars. Holy freaking hell.
Ice?
This must be the foreign object. Looks like our exploration has reached its final stage. I will confirm one last time. Are you sure you wish to keep exploring your past?
I don't know if I'm even ready for her. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm literally don't know if I'm even ready for her as well. But I only wish the best for March, as always, as you guys know. So I hope this turns out okay. I really do.
Yes. I'm sure.
I've said it before, March and Dan Heng mean the world to me. They really do. I'm so glad that they're in a much better place now. Or at least are going to be in a much better place. Hopefully. Oh god, I'm...
Master Diviner?
Whoa!
She is busy running the matrix of Prescience Ultima.
You again? What I do with my past is none of your business. Why do you have to make things so difficult?
March is very angry here.
Please, trust the Garden of Recollection. Everything I'm doing is for your protection.
You don't protect people by imprisoning them.
We know.
This reminds me of the space when we got the new power for Stell. Remember at the end of Belobog?
If you are truly set on learning about your past, then come
Oh, she
with
just
me.
said, "Go with me then."
I'll show you the origin that you
Oh
seek.
God, I don't know if
I hope that you will refrain from exploring any further than this. Trust me when I say, nothing good can come of it.
What are we about to...
There it is. Your origin.
Oh my God.
Your life unfolds from this point on, full of unique experiences and adventure.
This is when she was trapped in the ice. But you said your origin.
What happened prior is meaningless to you. The value of your life does not lie in what happened in the past, but in the present and
This
the
is
future.
such a crazy image, by the way. March seeing herself before she was saved. And she really does look ethereal here, right? This music, man. Like, she looks like with the glow and everything else as well. She almost looks like she's floating.
The eagle returns from an unsuccessful hunt. The sailor avoids the course they know to be dangerous. And you, my child, should come to learn that the past is just an illusion.
Past an illusion.
But your experiences now will be remembered forever.
Like, and I don't doubt that, like, all the stuff that she's experiencing now is so important, right? It's so important.
It is time to say goodbye. Here, a parting gift for you. I look forward to our next encounter.
Wait! Hold on!
This is insane. To be able to witness your...
Miss Fu Xuan, why did the simulation just cut off like
The
that?
origin of the point. The origin point was the part of where we were in the ice. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
It's...
Just a little light.
We didn't get past that point.
And the Matrix of Prescience stopped at precisely the same moment.
So it was almost like meant to stop there? Do we have no recollection whatsoever of the past? Is that what they're saying?
March, I lost sight of you once you touched that block of ice. What happened?
It's kinda hard to explain.
Marge was trying to try their best to recount everything that just happened. You also tell him about the messenger.
So, that mysterious girl was really a messenger of the Glow Swather?
Glow Swather? You mean Fu Li, the Remembrance? Are they the Eon connected to my past?
So that's what is connected to the Eon Fu Li.
No, it's too early to draw such a conclusion. All I can say is that it was very likely an Eon that sealed away your memories. But not necessarily fully.
That's how important to remember that. If you think of it that way, that's how important whatever happened back then, or how traumatic or how horrible that anything happened back then had to do with a freaking an Eon, who don't usually concern themselves with people like that.
When the messenger spoke of protection, perhaps she meant the following. The Glow Swather wasn't the one who sealed away your memories. They are interfering to shield you from these very memories.
Looks like we came away empty-handed. Sounds like we're still none the wiser. So the Glow Swather wanted to protect from whatever happened back then. And the fact that an Aeon was the one who sealed it away means whatever happened back then was serious. Was super serious.
It's not so bad. At least I know it has to do with the Garden of Recollection, right?
It seems like retrieving memories is beyond the operational spectrum of the Matrix of Prescience Ultima.
That's alright. You've helped me so much already, Master Diviner. I owe you a big one.
If you'll excuse me, I must organize an inspection of the Matrix. Fingers crossed there's no damage done.
We'll leave you to it then. Run. If we broke something, there'll be a huge bill to pay.
March. Oh, man. That was legitimately my favorite companion quest. That was like my favorite companion quest of every companion quest in this game. And that's saying a lot because we did the Luca quest. And we did the quest with Kafka recently. That is my favorite one of all of them.
I must organize an inspection of the Matrix. Fingers crossed there's no damage done.
Legitimately my favorite quest and companion quest. Man, to talk about like all the stuff that we witnessed in this quest, we had a story here of March 7th trying to find out more about her past, right? That was like the idea of this. Maybe we'll stand in the middle here and we'll look kind of cool in front of the arrow here. Trying to find out stuff about her past and trying to find her past, something that has really bothered her for a very long time. And in one of the most creative quests I've ever gotten to play, we got to go through a lot of distorted memories in her mind that were inferred memories that had some very interesting outcomes. And the whole thing of going through all the distorted, inferred memories was so fun, so eye-opening, and so amazing that I really feel like we didn't come away empty-handed. We came through with like, for me anyway, personally, as Calvin, I know I can't say how March feels. I won't say how March feels. But I will say that for me personally, I came away from this like thinking that March 7th is solidified March and Don Hong and the Astral Express crew as like one of my favorite found families in the history of media. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. I adore them. Found families are always amazing. They always are in media, and I love this as well. March went through all of her memories trying to find certain things about her past. We were on the Xianzhou, where we got to talk to characters, and it seems at the whole point throughout the whole story, there was characters trying to tell us to not look to the future, while also we got to see some really fun stuff, like seeing how she interpreted those characters as like exaggerated forms of themselves in some ways as well, which means March goes through the world with a very different outlook, which everyone does, you know. But throughout this whole time, there was characters telling us not to look to the past, not to look to the past, and there was like different distortions, like say like Jin Yuan being there, Sela being there, then Stell telling us that we should forget about it. And at the time I didn't really understand what was happening, but then it was like, because I just thought like, okay, everyone's gonna say that, but that's like, no, Stell wouldn't say that. The last thing Stell would ever tell March to do is to forget about her past, because we've been trying so hard to help her with that stuff. We had like a lot of different pieces of information like from different characters, but I just found it really fun going back and talking to all these characters, even in a distorted fashion, like seeing Sample being the hotel owner and stuff like this. We got that information, like I thought it was very sweet having like Arlen be like, talk to us about like a fan fiction that March wrote about her past. Then we had like a story about a bow that seemed to be like a lie, but then somehow that got into our brain. There was also this idea of like March possibly being an Aeon as well. Now, there's a few things that could be a thought process about that. Could March actually be an Aeon, right? I don't know. I have no freaking idea what anyone's story is. I could sit here and say, well, I think it was just like an inference that the Glow Swelder put into her mind, the Garden of Recollection put into her mind in order to have her like kind of maybe be satisfied or maybe forget about all this stuff, and maybe move on, right? Because if you're told these stories, maybe the same thing with the bow, it's like you're told this story and move on. This is who you were. And at least then you'll have some, but then I think even that like would make me go crazy if I found out I was an Aeon, right? But yeah, I'm not even gonna try and ascertain if that's like what's going on with that Aeon stuff and what could be going on with that Aeon stuff. But I think it's actually like a really interesting thing that maybe like we should keep in the back of our mind. Maybe like we should keep all this stuff in the back of our mind, right? We should keep everything in the back of our mind at some points. The beautiful moment with Stell, the stuff on the parlor, the parlor car. The stuff, not the parlor car, the stuff on the Astral Express was so beautiful, because it was trying to express, I think, that why the future is so important, why the present is so important. Yes, we have a past, and March has the right to understand what her past is, but the people that she's found, Don Hong, Stell, Pom Pom, Himiko, Welt, these are like family. These are people that care about her. These are people that saved her lives and afterwards made sure she had the most comfortable stay possible. Even Don Hong was trying to like console her in that sense too. Don Hong was definitely trying to console her in that sense too. And it was such like a beautiful moment as well from the two of them. So I think it's a lot of realizations of like the present is so important. While the past, she has a right to know about her past, the present is so important in that sense. It's so important. I think it's a very beautiful way that they express that as well by showing like, you know, characters that truly care about her and she cares about as well. Showing her that she's so, even if she doesn't know her past, she is so important to this present to a lot of people. And that's a big deal.
Life is as...
It was, I think the biggest moment here that we found out here is like her seeing herself in that glass was like the last part of her memory that she can recall or infer. And it was cut off there, which means that from the perspective of Fushuan, there's an aeon that sealed these memories away. And an aeon sealing these memories away, as we guys know, these guys are powerful. They don't concern themselves with people very often. They are so powerful that they could destroy armies in one swing. And they've done it in the past. They have done it in the past. But it also means that people not only want to keep March away from that past because of how crazy it is, but also since an Aeon could have sealed her away, there's a strong chance that whatever happened in the past is absolutely terrifying. Just straight up absolutely terrifying. And I think that's a legit, like, terrifying thing, right? It's a legit terrifying thing to think about, because it is because they don't concern themselves with humans. So whatever the March was sealed away for, whatever reason, was serious. And it was a protection, and the memories being sealed away was a protection from what happened back then. Whoever sealed her away, whoever got rid of her memories, and now they're keeping her memories from her, whatever happened in the past was horrible. And I wonder when they're going to bring this back up. Maybe it'll be part of the main story, maybe it won't be. But like, this is all like a really insanely good story. Beautifully done, really well executed. I love the investigation aspects of it. I love the conversational aspects of it. This was a gorgeous quest. To me, it's one of those situations where, and that's why what I kind of like about these companion quests. The companion quests aren't these quests that just like solve everything. Because I think the difference between a story quest and a companion quest is in Genshin sometimes like a story quest is like this 3-hour to 4-hour beginning, middle, and end of a story. Well, they do have beginning, middle, and end here, but you know what I mean? It's almost like the biggest piece of information. It's almost like a full movie, for example, right? But I don't think that's what companion quests are going for. I think companion quests are going for a situation that is happening in someone's life that is a very like short burst, and you get to know parts of that person. But that's not the conclusion to that anything, or it's not even that it's conclusion. It's not even it's that in a way. Companion quests are kind of like builders, or they're building upon stuff. I know companion quests aren't a thing now. I think they kind of adopt them into the main story, which is fine. I'm gonna do them anyway, so it doesn't bother me. Put them in the main story, do it. But like 110%, like I think companion quests are made to be like this thing that builds upon a character and builds upon the future, or in a way like it's just like this short story about a character. It's like a really short story about a character that like you can really sink your teeth into, and they're beautiful in that sense. I really think they are beautiful, and this is probably my favorite one. If I had to rank the top 3, I think it definitely would be this number 1. Number 2 would probably be like either Kafka or Luca, and you can do that interchangeably. I think those quests are amazing, which is saying a lot because I think the companion quests in this game are so good. The companion quests in this game are great. They're so freaking good. To the point that somebody in the comment section is going to be like, what about this character's companion quest? What about this character's companion quest? And I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, that's really good too. Let's look at the data bank for a second. Data bank. Where's the data bank? Aeons Fuely, right? There's no so a time, the hardest working thief in the world, it keeps sealing away our present from us and tossing away in a warehouse named memory. Some are addicted to recuperating their losses, others can care not in the slightest. Life's too short. So there's no existence more embracing than remembrance in its purest form. It chronicles everything with neither affinity nor aversion. It unselfishly preserves every single fundamental fact in every single resplendent form. It is a river formed by the continuous flow of life, a treasure built from the eternal wisdom of antiquity. And Fuely is the fish that swims back upstream of the river, back upstream. The very key to this treasure vault, the seated in meditation at the heart of the pure land. They observe in silence the world's tireless repetitions of the same mistakes over and over again. So wait, so are they saying that the idea of remembrance is to preserve like everything in one form? It chronicles everything, with neither affinity nor aversion. So it doesn't care. It doesn't have like a love or a hate for this, and preserves everything in a resplendent form. The quote up here, it says it keeps stealing away from our past and present from us. So, dude, is that what the Fury can do? So that is the Gardens of Remembrance then, right? Or the Garden of Recollection. Here. Does that mean that their attempt is to follow in Fury's footsteps and trying to like remove, to make sure people don't get to, like the idea of removing someone's past so that the future present can be secured? For people who spend their lives in the desert, even fleeting memory of aquatic life is priceless. To this extent, is to exist, and memories are proof of that. All things that make up material world will eventually perish, but they can live in another way, through remembrance. Contrary to popular belief that memory is mixed with the imaginary, memo keepers from the Garden of Recollection believe reality and imagination to be a myth. What is absolutely real and immortal in the universe that is consistently reincarnating? Even stars die and black holes evaporate. On a cosmic scale, they vanish in a breath. In this flood of time and life, the only treasure is the memory that proves the existence of people. So they believe that reality and imagination to be a myth. And they believe that memories are mixed with the imaginary? Wait, so sorry. They're saying contrary to popular belief, memory is mixed with the imaginary. So reality can be and imagination are a myth. So they're saying even stars evaporate? And the only treasure is the memory that people have. So why? So they're kind of like, if Fury and the Garden of Recollection are like containing that memory, that means they probably know what is in March's past, right? As we said, and they're trying to like keep this away, which is strange because like they say like the idea of like the only treasure is remembering. I guess the memory that proves the existence of people is your memory. Wait, the only thing that. Sorry, this is so confusing to me. The only, just a lot in one go. In this flood of time and life, the only treasure is the memory that proves the existence of people. So, like, what March has now with everyone around her, right? Memo Keepers from the Garden of Recollection are dedicated to preserving and sharing memories. Enlightened by their master Fury, Memo Keepers shed their mortal flesh and live as mesmetic entities. What we saw there, right? What was probably that gal? With a unique gift, they can freely traverse between worlds unconstrained by physical limits. That's what we saw there. Memo Keepers often disguise themselves as natives of the world they visit. They trade, copy, steal, deceive, using every means necessary to collect precious memories. So I wonder if that was what's happening there. Was a lot of the stuff that they were saying was like these kind of like disguising themselves as like to deceive March. A lot of the distortions were like deceiving things from the Garden of Recollection. Memo keepers. Maybe that person we met was a memo keeper who was like, trying to collect March's memories or like, and then prevent us from seeing those memories as well. That could be the case as well. Very interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. Guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this, and thank you so much for supporting me and always being so awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this, because I definitely enjoyed this too. Next week, we're going to be doing another companion quest, and I think we're going to be also doing some continuance quests as well. I'm very excited to do those quests also at the same time. With that being said, let's say thank you to the Never Can... Oh, this quest actually went out for longer than I thought it would. Crazy. Let's see this right now. Let's see this. Typhar 2, JB Bull, Jared Villa, the Ghost of Yuzuma, Felicious Felix, Yule, Radish, Adusa, Death Trap, Link Smarky, The Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Heck, Leon, High Casparian, Jared Beanham at the highest tier of my YouTube, WoilGamer7, and Blasco. I'll see you all so soon. Bye-bye. Let's do the thing.
Yeah.
Perfect.